Hello everyone and welcome back to Real Talk with Nicky D, episode number 7. Now in this episode I'm going to be breaking down exactly how to deal with negative thoughts and give you my 3-step formula as to how I navigate through this area of my life as well. Now I hope you guys have really liked the channel so far. If you have, quickly just smash that subscribe button down there. That would really mean the world. All the support is super appreciated. Now jumping right into it, negative thoughts. Everyone at some point in their life, I believe, has experienced some level of negative thoughts. I've experienced negative thoughts. I know people who I communicate with have experienced negative thoughts, but to the degree as to how much these negative thoughts affect you, that fluctuates a lot between people. Some people get very bogged down by negative thoughts, and some people use negative thoughts as a motivating factor for them. Now, I cannot really comment on this because I'm not someone who gets bogged down by it. And I believe there are certain other elements that play into this. What I'd like to do is, I guess, provide a more practical understanding as how to reduce how much negative thoughts can affect you. So here's my 3-step formula for you guys. Alright, so first off, I want you guys to understand that negative thoughts are normal. Everyone experiences negative thoughts. So if you feel as though someone is so happy, they never have negative thoughts, that's a lie. Lots of people see me and view me as a really positive person, but that's not to say that I don't have negative thoughts. It does happen. I just don't really allow them to bog me down. And that's something that I've learned over time how to do. Okay, but this is where I started. Now, step number 1 for me is being in the right environment. All right. Now, what I mean by that is surrounding yourself with the right people, doing what you love, and enjoying every single day. Okay, the right environment is super crucial. I'll break down an example here for you. One thing that I do personally from time to time is I mentor kids who are in the juvenile system. So meaning that these kids have acted out at some point in their life and that they've done some bad things, and then I do mentoring and coaching with these people to get them back on track. It's just something I like to do on the side because I really enjoy it. Okay, now what I find is that when these juvenile kids are in a very bad environment, they do bad things. But when they're in a good environment and they're in an environment with me and other really positive, inspiring people, they start to do really good things. You start to find that they're really creative people. That these people are actually incredibly smart. These juvenile kids are actually incredibly intelligent kids. And that, someone who is in a bad environment will tend to do bad things, and someone who's in a good environment will tend to do good things. And by changing that environment, changes how these people react to certain stimulus. Okay, so let's say one of these juvenile kids is in a bad environment. They're surrounded by people who do drugs, they're surrounded by people who steal, and peer pressure starts to play a factor in that, and who they expose themselves to really starts to become prevalent in what actions these people take. So if they're hanging out with people who think it's okay to rob stuff, then it starts to be exposed onto them that robbing things is okay. Once you understand it's okay, it's very simple to go start small. Yep, I'll just take that, right? Now, once these people become going into a good environment and they have the influence that, stealing is bad, doing drugs isn't going to get you anywhere, they understand that, they need to remove these certain beliefs that they've had previously to start to create new habits. It's the same thing with negative thoughts. You surround yourself with negative people, you're going to feel pretty negative because you have the assumption by being in that environment that by allowing these negative thoughts to bog you down is okay. Now, when you surround yourself with positive people and people who see opportunity, that subconsciously drives onto you as well. You start to throw out these negative, lacking beliefs, and you start to bring in these positive ones, like maybe I can do that. And it starts to open up the door so that you can look through through life through a different lens, that one of positivity, one of opportunity, and like this isn't something that's going to happen overnight, but you need to set yourself up in the right environment so that this can start to happen. So that's step number one: be in the right environment. Step number two: fact check. All right. Now, one thing that I find happens a lot, even in the juvenile stuff that I do, and even in like my own experience with negative thoughts of myself and the close people around me, is how rational is that thought that's getting you down. All right. If that's something that that isn't at all rational, and you're allowing it to control you, but it's not even real, that's a waste of time. I'm sure we can all agree. If I went, hey, would you like to buy this bag of magic beans, and you thought that was rational at the time, and you're like, okay, I'll jump on that, and then later on you research online, oh, there's no such thing as magic beans, you'd feel a little bit like an idiot, right? Now, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say here is that you need to make sure the things that are controlling you, making you feel down, are real thoughts. How factual is the thing that you're saying actually going to play a part on you? One thing that I consider a lot is that in life, there's certain things that you can control and certain things that you can't control. And if you can't control it, you're rolling with the punches there. What you need to do is focus on the stuff you can control, so you can just completely bypass what you can't control and get to where you need to be regardless. Okay? There's certain things that you can't control, like you can't control where you were born into, you can't control where you started, you can't control a whole range of elements. You can't control how someone else is going to speak to you. But what you can control is if someone speaks to you badly, let's not expose ourselves around that person. Let's say you start off in a really poor home environment and you're an adult now. Move out, remove yourself from that environment. That's something you can control. There's lots of examples here where you shouldn't focus on what you can't control, focus on what you can control and get around what you can't control. I think that's absolutely key here. So number two is fact check. Number three is take action. Lots of people get caught up in these negative feelings. And they start to reflect on them, okay? Which is totally fine. Reflecting allows you to get to a certain point. You understand, what is right, what is wrong, but you need to ensure that, you're working out what's right and then you're actually doing what's right, because staying in the same place isn't going to allow you to get away from these negative feelings. They're just going to make you feel as though you've got a plan. So you can be hopeful, but once hope kind of dies off, you get back into this spiral of negative thoughts. So it's really important that post-reflection that you actually go and do. Okay, so if you're feeling bad, like if you're feeling having negative thoughts about your health, your weight, that's a really, really simple one to talk about. It's simple. Take action. Start eating healthier. Start eating less. Start exercising more. Everyone knows the practical actions you need to take to get stuff done. It's about putting the right environment in place so you can actually get there. So these three things tied together start to become really, really powerful. Now let's put through an example. Now this applies to very emotional things, and it applies to very, very practical things. But what I want to do is lay this out in a practical setting, but it's very much able to be applied into the negative thought space as well. So let's say hypothetically, you understand right now that you want to lose some weight, you want to get extra fit, you want to get extra healthy, and you want to start feeling good and have more energy. Now, this same principle applies if you're feeling negative, you're feeling poor, you're feeling like a little bit worthless, the same thing applies, okay? So follow the same steps. So let's say you're in this place of, you want health, but you don't know how to get there. These three steps are going to help you get there. Number one, the environment, okay? You need to position yourself in an environment that's going to allow you to do that. First off, the people you hang out with. If these people are going out eating fast food every single day, is that going to allow you to believe that, you need to eat healthier? No. If you surround yourself with people who don't have that same belief, you're not going to get anywhere, because their exposure is going to have an effect on how you feel, think, and do. And if you feel, think, and do that eating fast food constantly is going to be practical for you, it's not. It's not going to help you get to where you want to be. So it's really important that you stay practical with that and you shape your environment. You change the people that you surround yourself with. And if fitness isn't something that comes naturally to you, like I personally don't have a personal trainer, but I have friends that I go work out with. I have friends that I talk about my diet with to keep me accountable to that. It's important that you find someone for that within your mental health, within your physical health, within anything, so that you can stay accountable to the actions that you want to pursue. So that's step number 1, okay? Surround yourself in the right environment. If you need a coach, go get a coach. If you want to move forward in business, get a business coach. If you want to move forward in your fitness, get a personal trainer. If you want to move forward in your nutrition and health, get a nutritionist on board. If you want to move forward in your mental health, go seek a counselor or a psychologist. They're going to keep you accountable and put you in the right space to keep you on track to what you want to achieve, okay? Number 2, fact check, all right? If with health, this becomes very, very simple, all right? Super simple. Everyone knows how to get healthy. Eat healthy. If you're eating too much, eat less and move more, okay? Super, super simple. Let's keep it very, very high level and primitive here. I know there are other factors that come into this and other situations that affect people. So don't think I'm disrespectful of that, but let's keep it very, very high level here, that those are the main areas that are going to help you get there, okay? Now, it's really important that, if people think that, those things aren't going to help them, then, at all, then I would probably argue that they're probably wrong. It's been proven time and time again that nutrition, diet, and exercise does help you get more fit and healthy. All right, it's been proven over and over again. There's lots and lots of science behind it. Now, if you're under the impression that it's not going to get you there and your personal circumstance is holding you back, that's when we need to bring in this fact check. All right, I understand for some people it can be a lot more difficult, but I can guarantee you that these things are going to take you at least 1 step closer, if not 10 steps closer. All right, we need to fact check what's going to take you a little bit of a way so we can start to work out what's going to take you a lot of a way. And last step is take action. If I wanted to get fit and I sat down here and said, I want to get fit, and then I ate a bucket of KFC, it's not going to happen. All right, I need to go out there. I work out 5 to 6 times a week. I eat very, very healthy, except on my live cooking show. Sometimes there's a few treats mixed in there, but portion control at the same time. I eat pretty big breakfast, but small lunch, small dinner. All right? So, I hope it's been super, super helpful. I hope these 3 steps help you out in throwing away your negative thoughts. I really, really hope that has been practical for you and it can provide you some value and you can implement these into any area of your life. Now, I understand that I brought that in a health setting, very, very practical setting, but those steps can be applied to your mental health as well. And it's really important that your mental health is there. Mental health is something that's going to allow you to really do what you love, and you need to ensure that your mental health is in a good space so that you can do everything else, okay? So that's my 3 tips on how to deal with your negative thoughts. Let me know below in the comments what you thought, and if you're new here or you haven't subscribed yet, please smash the subscribe button if you thought that was valuable, and I really look forward to chatting to you soon. That's episode 7, and see ya.